Pete Daigle here, and I want to talk today about tuning an auto harp. We talk a lot about one of the greatest charms of the auto harp is how easy it is to get started. It's like any other instrument. You've got to put in your time to get good at it, but you can get started on an auto harp very easily. But one thing you've got to do before you get started, truly, is to learn how to tune it. When people get a brand new auto harp and it's been tuned up for them, they want to just break into it and just start learning how to play. But learning how to tune is really important. This auto harp has fine tuners here and it has standard tuning pins here. Lots of auto harps are going to have just the standard tuning pins. Basic tools you're going to need is your wrench and some kind of electronic tuning device. I don't recommend trying to tune these to a piano or trying to tune them in any other way. You need an electronic tuner. They're inexpensive. You can even get apps on your phone. If you're working in a quiet place, there's nothing wrong with the app on your phone that you can get for free. But learning how to tune, that's what we're going to try to do today. So, first of all, I'm going to show you how this particular tuner works. This is a Snark, and you'll find all different kinds of tuners, but they're all going to work in a similar fashion. I'm going to get up and zoom this in a little bit. Okay. It's real basic. If the tuner when you start a string and you're to the right of the center where the lights come on, you're sharp, so it has to be taken down a bit. If you are left of the center, this one is in the red. If you're left of the center, then it's flat. You're going to have to come up a little bit. If you are dead on, it's going to show green, just like that. One of the first mistakes I find that people make if they have not tuned before on an auto harp, or especially if they haven't tuned on any instrument, they take a wrench and they put it on one of these pins and they test it out and they say, well, we're pretty flat. So what they try to do is they think they're going to turn this wrench. Well, if I turn this wrench, I'm liable to just break a string. You're talking about very, very small motions. Watch, if you can, the tuner and how much I'm actually moving this to bring the tune up. Practically no motion at all. You don't want to put this on a pin and start spinning it around. It's very tiny motions. Now, there are a couple of tricks on how to accomplish these motions. For one thing, a nice long handle wrench is nice because you can reach way out on the end and tune very, very slight like that. And you get it right on the money. Now you notice that this is trying to go into the sharp just a tiny bit. Here's a trick. If you get to that point and you don't want to turn your wrench anymore, try putting a little pressure on the string. Now we've gone a little flat. Bring it back up. Push down on the string a little bit and it'll bring it right into because what you're doing is you're stretching the string, especially with new strings on a new instrument or just new strings. They've got to stretch in, and it's that time that you'll be learning how to tune because you'll be tuning it much more when the strings are new. Another trick to use is when you're holding the wrench, it's kind of like a thing you'll see in some yoga exercises or some gym exercises. Try tightening up your hand so that your muscles are tight, and it will help you turn this in very fine increments like that. Just a tiny, tiny bit is all you want to move it. If you have fine tuners, that one's right on, we don't need to worry about it. If you have fine tuners, you can get close, what we call rough tuning, and then follow that string down to the bottom, put your fine tuning wrench on it, and now finish it off with the fine tuning wrench. until you're right on the money. Fine tuners make it real easy, but you don't have to have them. If you have an instrument without fine tuners, you can tune everything up here. Another thing to remember is to make sure that your wrench is well seated all the way down on the pin. Otherwise you can tend to strip out the pin or even bend it a little bit. So make sure that your wrench is well seated on the pin. Keep a nice tight hold on the wrench. Turn in very, very fine increments. If you go a tiny bit sharp, press on the string, it'll come back down and be right on the money. And you'll learn how to tune so that you can get it done quickly and get to what you really have the auto harp for, and that's playing and having a good time. Thanks.